Hello, in this video I'm going to go over one of the most powerful and potent healing skills in the Elder Scrolls Online, and I believe this should be pretty much a staple and a starting point for any healer build that you're going to do. Now that subclassing is a thing, I believe you should have the Warden skill line green balance on every one of your healers, because you never know if you're going to be in a group where the other healer doesn't bring it. So I recommend that you bring this no matter what. And so in this video, I am going to go over and highlight the absolute amazing power of this skill right here, budding seeds. So just to real quick go over how I have my build set up. I am a Breton, which gives me incredible sustain with the racial passives here. I get the most max Magicka you can get in a healing race anyway. Um, I know that high elves get max Magicka as well, but this is I'm referring to traditional healing races there. Then we get spell resistance, which is very important. Most of the time when you're taking damage as a healer, it's typically spell resistance that you're taking. You don't normally take a whole lot of physical resistance damage. Um, you can have poison damage hit you that is physical, but most of the time it is spell resistance that you're taking, and this doubles if you get hit with burning, chilled, or concussed. So that can be really helpful in trials and dungeons. And then also that second part there for the spell attunement, the fact that you get Magicka recovery, and then the spell reduction of 7%. So just real quick, also the way I build my healers, if you've not watched any of my other how to build healers stuff, I use arcane with Magicka reduction glyphs on my jewelry. Check out my healer playlist on my channel for all the videos I have discussing jewelry glyphs and how to set up healers. The reason why I do that is to keep these spells really cheap and easy to run so that you just don't run out of resources in trials when that happens. You really make it super easy on yourself, especially if you're going to run this right here. So let's get started with what the benefit is of this. One, it is going to proc whoever you heal. It is going to proc the maturation passive. So you are going to give anybody that you heal 10% extra max health. And how you can look at that really quickly. Um, she's wearing the pale order ring, so I won't be able to heal her until she takes that off. But um, So now that she's taken that off, you can watch what happens when I heal her. Now this doesn't have to be the budding seeds spell that heals her. This is anytime you heal, as long as you have the passives here filled in. You don't even have to have a green balance skill slotted. So I could easily just heal her with and there you can see her health bar went up to 25,000, just from hitting the radiating regeneration. So she's going to have minor toughness on her for another 13 seconds. So that is a benefit that you're going to get if you use this, because it's all obviously tied into the green balance skill line. This right here will increase the healing of your budding seeds by 5% just by slotting it on itself. And then also, if your group members go below 40% health, you will gain major mending for 4 seconds. So if you've got a mechanic such as like an ice cage or something like that, you can easily just drop this underneath them, and that will help heal them out of the mechanic, and you will gain uh, major mending while it happens. Okay, so now let's talk about the skill itself and what it does. So as you can see, this first paragraph here, but first before that, the cost of this, as you can see with my Breton race and my Magicka reduction glyphs, the cost of this spell is absolutely crazy cheap. It is only 1400 Magicka, which is absolutely nuts considering what this does. So you get the heal over time, as it says here in the very first paragraph, and that is a pretty large amount of health for 6 seconds. And then you also get, or excuse me, that's the burst heal. You get 1758 for every second while it's blooming. So you get the heal over time of 1700, and then it burst heals for 1400. And you can see how that happens here. When you just drop it, there's the 17. It critted a couple of times, and then boom, there's your burst heal at the end, and that last tick of heal over time part. So then you can reactivate this instantly, and it will bloom, which means you can proc that 1400 897 instantly. A lot of people don't necessarily realize that, and here's the reason why that's helpful. If you take 1487 and you double that in order to figure out what the cost would be to cast it 2 times, then the resource is only 2974. Now, why is that important? Well, if you hit combat prayer, it's a good 200 Magicka more. So if I hit combat prayer, I get 11,000, almost 12,000 right there. And it's just a single heal. If I hit budding seeds twice, 1, 2, I immediately get the bloom, and it's cheaper, and it healed for more. So you can hit 1 for 1119, or you can hit 2 and get the way more of a heal, and you're getting a heal over time if you wait. Like, for example, if you waited for 3 seconds or so in between, heal 1, 2, and then hit it there, then you can do that. The other part of this skill that is very important is the very bottom part. It gives your allies a synergy to use to also gain another heal over time. So this spell does an absolute ton of things for your team. You get the burst heal, you get the heal over time, and then you get another heal over time if they activate the synergy. Okay, and so the last part of this video that I'm going to touch on is another thing that people may not realize, and that is this Nature's Gift passive. This makes this spell almost cost nothing, and I'll show this. I'll prove this to you in the video here. It's likely going to end up. I haven't tested this yet. I'm going to do it live right now, but this is likely going to end up resulting in a net positive Magicka, meaning I'm going to actually end up with more Magicka after I cast all this stuff. I'm going to go on my back bar, as you can see, and I'm going to turn my Magicka off by holding block with my ice staff activated. And then I'm going to just absolutely drain my Magicka down as low as I can get it. And the idea here is I want to get my Magicka down to about as low as I can get it to where I'm gonna not be able to cast anything except for this budding seeds. So as you can see, my starting point for this potion or this experiment is okay. So she's just gonna chug that potion right there. and she's going to lose her health, and I'm going to heal her with this. And as you can see, I've gained back more Magicka right there than I did casting because I was healing her while the potion that she took was active and draining her health. So we'll do this one more time. I'm going to let up my Magicka there. I'll see if I can get a sweet spot here where I can actually... Okay, 1.6. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to have her drink the potion again. And as you can see there, I'm getting my Magicka back from healing her out of that. And I'm holding block the entire time. And so, as you can see, my Magicka recovery is at 0 while I'm holding block. So the Nature's Gift passive here will help you out with sustain greatly inside of a trial and a dungeon. And so I just wanted to do a skill highlight on this. I think this should be on every healer build that you do. If you're not a Warden, then pick your Warden for one of your subclasses. So just go really quickly over the other classes to choose the skill lines from. For Dragon Knight, I would recommend taking the Earthen Heart. If you're going to Dragon Knight heal, I know that's very rare, but I'm talking about if you have a Dragon Knight healer and you have to pick a Dragon Knight skill line, I would go with Earthen Heart. Same situation. If you have a Sorcerer healer and you have to keep a Sorcerer skill line, probably going to be between Dark Magic and Daedric Summoning. I would likely pick Daedric Summoning, although there's not much to work with on the Sorc build, so you may have better luck with the Daedric Summoning. It really, for this skill or class, it comes down to the passives, and this right here helps reducing cost of everything. So there's some good stats here. You can give your group Minor Prophecy if you don't have a DPS running Assassin from Nightblade, which is probably going to be pretty rare. But for the Nightblade, Siphoning is the healing skill line there. Not a great one to run, but if you are a Nightblade healer, then you'll want to stick with that. The Templar's got a very, very good skill line in Restoring Light. The passives and skills on here are very good. Necromancer, you obviously want to go with Living Death, and then Arcanist with the Curative Rune Forms. These two are both extremely strong. They work really well and pair awesome with the Green Balance skill line from the Warden. But I just wanted to do a quick healer video. I don't think I've done a healer video in a while, so I thought I would do a quick highlight on what I feel is what you should basically use as your starting building block for any healer build that you're going to do, and that would be the Green Balance skill line from Warden with the Budding Seeds skill. It is absolutely one of the most powerful healing skills in the game. It's cheap. It's an AoE heal over time, burst heal. It's got a great range on it, a big radius. It's just, you cannot go wrong with it. So take that for a test drive, see how it works for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please check out my YouTube channel for more Elder Scrolls Online videos. If you haven't checked out my new folder with my Elder Scrolls Online music videos, I would like to highlight that one more time in this video to just get information out about it, because I think maybe a lot of people don't understand what it is, or maybe they think it's something else. These are all original songs that I have made with AI programs. They're not these covers that you see on YouTube. Most of the time when you see AI stuff, it's usually a cover song that's being redone in a different genre or something like that. That's not what these are. I have created original songs using AI softwares with artwork that goes with it. I spent a lot of time on these. So if you like this game as much as I do, or even half as much as I do, give those videos a look and listen, and I guarantee you're gonna like them. The songs are pretty catchy. They're if you'll learn some of the lore from reading the lyrics. I made sure that they had uh, some of the storytelling from the areas that they are about. For example, the Unhallowed Grave video is one of my favorites. It's got a lot of the backstory of what's actually in the dungeon. For example, the Grey Host that are dead inside of the dungeon. There's a lot of stuff like that in those songs, and they're still catchy, but they have a lot of uh, deep information about the game. So check it out. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.